and let's talk Lakers. So Brian Windhorst on ESPN said, he didn't report that it's a deal or whatever, but said that he's heard that LeBron this is not his last rodeo. He's got 1 year player option. So he could have opted out and gone somewhere with Bronny or whatever, but he supposedly is looking for a 3-year contract and be 42 years old, making $75 million or whatever it is. Anyway, let's hear from Brian Windhorst.
I don't think this is LeBron's last stand. I don't think this is the Lakers' last stand. First off, I think LeBron is angling to sign a multi-year deal in the offseason with the Lakers that will be 9 figures, that will be even bigger than the deal he is on now. Now, whether or not he's able to finish that deal, whether or not the Lakers want to give him a 3-year contract and pay him $60 million when he's 42 years old, that's a different discussion.
Alan, I got one message for Jeannie. You sign this deal, and it'll be a bust. Not a Genie bust, but a bust. You'll be Genie bust if you sign this deal. Alan, is this microphone on? I get it. LeBron James, you're going to give the guy $60 million. You're going to be 42 years old. Can we stop already?
Yeah, I get
Seriously.
That it brings eyeballs to your organization.
The Lakers are the Lakers, Alan.
Right.
They always sell tickets.
Right.
Stop it.
There is no way in the world I would ever do that. 42 years old, I'm going to possibly still be paying you
$60 million?
No, I can't.
He doesn't even affect winning. This isn't hate. Alan, this is fact.
If you'd won me like 5 championships, I might say, okay. This is sort of like a payback on the back end for all the great you've done. But 1 championship, and you're going to be 42 possibly by the end of this deal?
I mean, the chance of him being hurt. How many times has he been hurt in L.A.?
Yeah, he's
been better this year.
He's been better this year.
But I'm just saying, since he came here, he's been hurt.
Right.
And the older you get,
the body doesn't bounce back like it used to.
It just doesn't. And the other thing is, he plays no defense, and they don't win at a clip you would think with the numbers that he has and AD.
Right.
They should be a better team. Would you agree with that?
Oh, without doubt. And that kind of contract is going to prohibit what I can do in the free agent market.
Rob G. He's the resident Laker fan. Who's clamoring for this? You got your taste of LeBron, didn't you? You got your bubble championship.
And I understand you having a relationship with Rich Paul and you all get along, and maybe you'll get some of those clients to come there too, but they're not going to take a discount to come play in L.A.
Rob G., are you dying for this? Is Laker Nation dying to sign LeBron for 3 more years?
Are they dying for it? Probably not, but what's the alternative?
What do you mean, what's the alternative?
They got no cap space. They're already planning to use their draft picks to trade this offseason. So what's the alternative?
Nothing. Not giving him a 3-year. How about where's he going to go?
But everybody is getting $150 million a season now. Domantas Sabonis, who is a fringe all-star on a year-to-year basis, is going to be making about $50 to $60 million in his contract.
Yes, but the difference
Bradley Beal is not an all-star, and he's making $50 to $60 million a year in his contract.
Okay, here's the problem. Those guys are way younger, and I get it with the LeBron. 42 years old, paying 60-something million when you know he could pop that hammy that something could give out at any time.
But anybody can get hurt at any time.
No. But a lot of players end their career with Achilles. You know that basketball players at the end. And I'm just saying he doesn't affect winning. Rob G, how much do you have to watch the game? Do you watch?
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, what are you going to do differently?
Well, you got to make another plan.
Okay, but how do you replace?
Don't trade your picks.
How do you replace
a trade?
A top 20-ish player making $50 million a year with no cap space?
I wait for somebody to become a free agent. I wait
with
for my
what cap space
again?
Better. With what cap space?
But I wait for my cap space.
But you got
to have some lean years.
But wait a minute.
So you'd rather have lean years for 3 years than just play with LeBron on your team?
Yes.
To be consistent down the road. Yes.
What is wrong with taking a step back? Do you remember Kobe and the group that he had with him? Do you remember that? You went through that. You went through that phase, right?
Yeah.
With Smush Parker and that crew.
Well, that was in between championships. But
Okay,
yes.
but what happened? Then all of a sudden, right? You
Pau
had that for a
Gasol,
couple of
yep.
years, and then you got Pau Gasol.
Right.
And guess what?
So
you
want-
started winning again.
So you'd rather wait until AD is 32, 33 before you get the next player with him?
I don't think he's going to wait that long. But you know what? You could always trade players.
Right.
With cap space, there's things that you can do. Somebody else wants to get rid of somebody. You can make a deal. Why don't you try to?
Yeah, that's what they're going to do this offseason.
No, but with LeBron, I wouldn't I would
they-
not sign him to a 3-year, $180 million contract for a 42-year-old. It just doesn't make sense to me. He doesn't sell you any more tickets, Rob G, and you're no
They already
closer
sell
to a
tickets, yeah.
championship, right? He doesn't sell you any more tickets.
You're going to trade for Zach LaVine in Chicago next season? Get that deal?
Zach LaVine's got bad knees and a worse contract than that LeBron one you're talking about.
But they were thinking about it. His name was in the discussion this season.
I don't know, Rob G. I hear people always, we're painted in the corner. We gotta. It's the same argument that they have for Shanahan in San Francisco. Where you going to get another coach? Where you going to be equivalent? You're going to be irrelevant. I don't want to give up the. Dude, he can't win you in a big game. How many times does he have to do it, Allen, before you realize he can't win you the big game? So you rather be relevant than to have a chance to win?
So you don't think do you think they have a better chance to win without LeBron James?
If they can make some other moves, I'm talking about long term. You're not going to. Looking at the way the situation is, nobody thinks the Lakers are going to win. Not coming out of West with a 42-year-old LeBron James. Right. Even with Anthony Davis.
But that's why
they're not good now and he's 39.
That's why they're planning on making a trade this offseason for a young guard to pair with Anthony Davis.
And he's that much older. He's older. He's going to be another year older.
Sure. But by then, you're going to be in the same position either way.
You know
either
what?
make the trade now and you have AD, whatever guard it is, Trae Young, Donovan Mitchell, whoever, and LeBron James for 2 years, or you go AD and one of those two guys, and you still have no cap space. You still have no draft picks. So what's the difference?
Okay, and then you're talking about styles of play because you get a good point guard in there or some guy who's at that position. Chances are a lot of those guys are ball dominant. I got to have the ball in my hand to run the offense. Trae Young's going to want the ball in his hands a lot.
And then you got LeBron out there doing what? I don't know. I just think you painted yourself into a corner. You got your championship with LeBron. Cut bait. Didn't you get what you wanted? Did you get a championship, Rob G? You not happy with that championship?
No, I'm not happy with this one championship.
No?
The LeBron era, we talked about this, has been a roller coaster.
Exactly.
It's been very high with the championship. Last year's run to the Western Finals was fun. But other than that, it's been some of the most disappointing, uninspiring basketball I've ever seen.
So, Rob G, why would you want to continue
Because
that
he's
trend?
still right.
No, because I understand that having LeBron on the team relative to where they are now, there's no avenue where they can be better without him at this point.
But you know where you are, though, with him.
Right, so that if I'm going to get rid of LeBron, then I'm going to trade AD too, because there's no reason to have him too.
So then trade AD. Why? There's nothing wrong with it, and this is my point. When the Tampa Bay Bucks couldn't win with Tony Dungy, right? Oh, what are you going to do? They get to the NFC Championship. You can't get rid of the coach, right? But he couldn't win. They get rid of the coach. They make a drastic move, and guess what? They win the next year.
Right.
What the Pistons do? They have Rick Carlisle there. Got a chance to go upgrade with Larry. I'm just saying.
But changing the coach is different than changing the star players.
But my point is this. Don't be afraid of the unknown when you know what the known is. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm equating to it. You see?
Here's my biggest problem, Rob G. It seems like every season, in the second half of the season, every year the Laker discussion is, what do we need to get?
How do we get rid of everybody?
How do we get LeBron more help? How do we get LeBron more help? That's a discussion that happens every season.
Yeah, but that part of that is the forward-facing media. And we've talked about this on this show. Like, everybody has this narrative, well, LeBron needs help. We want to see LeBron succeed, blah, blah, blah. Nobody owes LeBron anything. Like, me wanting to keep LeBron in town has nothing to do with LeBron and getting his championship. It has to do with being a Laker fan and wanting the team to be good. And I know that.
Do you want the team to be good or have a chance to win the championship?
I want that. They have. Rob, you're being disingenuous. They do not have a better chance to winning a championship if you trade LeBron and Anthony Davis.
You don't know who they're getting yet is my point, Rob G.
Rob, you know how the NBA works, though. You need stars to win.
The Pistons beat the Lakers with Kobe
that
and
was
Shaq.
20 years ago.
But did it happen?
That's the exception, not the rule.
Okay, but it did happen, right?
One time, yes.
Okay.
Happened one time.
Maybe it could happen with the Lakers if they make some trade.
All right.
Rob G, you ain't trying to hear that, huh? He said that was
That's the
20
fourth
years
time
ago.
you brought up the Pistons 04
right,
in the last
all
2
right.
days with me.
I know it's a soft spot.
I hear you, Rob G. I miss Ricky Henderson too.